everyone, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, it's Chelsea J, and on this channel I talk about fashion, beauty, lifestyle, and product reviews. So if any of those things interest you, make sure you join the Seashell fam by hitting the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that way you're notified every single time I upload a YouTube video. So in today's video, we're going to hit on a couple of topics, quite a few topics. I'm going to share with you my Nordstrom anniversary sale recommendations. So it's just a few products, so I'm not going to have you here long. It's just we're going to talk about things in little miniature segments. I'm going to talk about the Essence Fest and all of the, talk around it. We're going to talk about a lot of little things. So it's not necessarily fashion news, but it's pretty much around the fashion and beauty space. So yeah, let's get straight into it. And I'm going to be telling you about some of the sales that's going on as well. So we're going to have a nice little chat today. So let's get straight into the video. All right, first up, I just wanted to let you guys know about the Nordstrom anniversary sale. I want to say it ends on the 2nd of August, but right now the sale is open to everyone. And I just wanted to give you a few of the products that I recommend and a few of the products that I'll be getting myself. First up is the OCA Cleanse and Glow Body Set. Now that's $62. Now I wish instead of the shower gel, because I already have the shower gel, because it comes with a shower gel, the body oil, and a travel body oil. I wish they would have had something with 2 of the body oils. But anyway, it's $62 for all 3. And I really love the body oil. I've gotten into, after I take a shower, I like to put on oil before I dry off. Well, while I'm still, wet. OCA has really been doing the trick. I have really seen a major difference in my skin. I've been using OCA for years anyway. At least the past, I want to say about 3.5 years. But I've always used it with, while I'm dry. But I've never, used it while I was wet. And that's a total game changer. I know it's like TikTok popular or internet popular right now. Even though it's an old thing, because we talked about this before. This is something my godmom and my god-grandmom, they used to do back in the day, or pretty much women in the 90s period used to do that. And the hack may be older than that, but it's just something I never did until now, and it's really making a major difference in my skin. So I'm having to lotion a lot less, which is making my expensive lotion. Y'all know my lotion is like $100 a bottle. But I'm not going through it as much, even though my lotion, I never really went through my lotion as much because it goes a long way anyway. A little goes a long way. But anyway, I'm just loving the whole out of the shower putting body oil on. So I do use OCA, and it is in this kit. And the shower gel, I also use that as well. I have the miniature of both that I have in my travel kit. If you haven't heard about my shower kit, or I'm sorry, my travel kit, just watch my old travel videos. I tell you guys about that. But yeah, so I like the shower gel, but I already have a big shower gel, so it's like I don't need another one. Next up is Old Faithful, the Charlotte Tilbury. Full size, the double bottles is $50. I want to say by itself it's like $32, so it would be like 60 something. But you get 2 for the $50, so that's always a good one to get. If you're into Prada and their lipsticks, they have the mini lipstick set. It's normally $55, but it's $37, and it's on sale. So yeah, that's a cute little gift. And around this time of year too, if you're anything like my great grandmother, God bless the dead, miss you, grandma. But it was so many of us that she would just start in January. And she would buy Christmas gifts throughout the year because it's a lot of us. I mean, she have 10 children. She have over 40 or 50 grandchildren and great-grands. Oh, my God, it's a lot of us. And then great-great-grands. So she would buy all of us a gift. And, it got to the point where she just started buying them per family because I'm like a minority. Everybody else is like married. So it's like a few of us who aren't married. So for the most part, they just buy gifts per family. Or sometimes they'll buy them for the kids and all of that. But anyway, this is a great time to buy Christmas gifts. So just putting that out there. Next up, we have the Le Pliage Cosmetic Case by Longchamp. and it is normally $115, but it's on sale for $85.99. Now, I've been seeing girlies with this in the store walking around as a mini bag, like a mini purse. I know it's a cosmetic case, but I've been seeing girlies. Actually, I've seen a girl today in the mall. She had this on as a regular purse, so you can, wear it as a purse. Next up is the Kiehl's Avocado Eye Cream Duo Set. It comes with a travel size and it comes with a regular size, and it's $67. So if you're into Kiehl's, that's a great thing. This Spray to Play SPF Trio by Supergoop is $49. Now, of course, y'all know one can is like $25 or $24 or $25. So you're getting 3 for $49. So you're pretty much getting 1 for free. Next up, I think this is new because I've never seen it before, but it's the Nest. Y'all know the little perfume oils, and they're normally, what, 100 and something a piece? Well, they have 2 in this little set, and it's Madagascar Vanilla and Balinese Coconut. Both smell amazing, but this set is on sale for $36. I'm sorry, $136. So that's a good little deal too if you like those too. Next up is something they have on sale every year for the Nordstrom anniversary sale, and it's the Tom Ford Shimmering Body Oil Duo, and it's $80. They have the silver and the gold. Look, that silver one smells so good. I think it's because the citrusy limeness of it all. And last up that I'm going to recommend, and I'm going to put some more things below, but I just wanted to kind of run through this real quick so the video isn't too long. Because I think I'm already at like 7 minutes. So the Eleanor Layered Sweatshirt Mini Dress. Now, I've seen this last year. I've also put it on Instagram. I put it in my stories and all of that. And I just really love this top. I hope they still have it in my size. It's normally $128. It's $84.99. I want the blue one. I think they have it in black as well, but I definitely want the navy blue one. I don't want the off-white one because I get dirty quick, but I still think that'll be cute. But anyway, I envision, even though it's a dress, I envision wearing it with some jeans as well in the fall. So yeah, that's something I definitely want to get my hands on. But yeah, it's a lot of things that Nordstrom have, but we're going to cut it off right here and get into the next topic. And before I move on, this is the JT lip combo. I did not get the kit. I just got the Snob lipstick because the other 2 items that were in the kit are pantry staples, which is the clear gloss lip glass. So this right here, I had it in travel. I bought it like a few months ago. This a little goes a long way, and this right here probably lasts me for about 4 or 5 years. Because if you don't wear it every day, so I didn't get the big one. And Chestnut. Chestnut is kind of like a pantry staple, just like in your real kitchen. Sugar, probably rice if you're a rice eater, salt, all of those are pantry staples. Well, for makeup, for most girls my complexion, Chestnut is a makeup pantry staple. I also met a lady at MAC the other day. She said she wears it and she's white. So, Chestnut is just a pantry staple for a lot of us. So I already had those 2. I just had to go and buy Snob. So, and just so you know, a little birdie told me that MAC will be having 40% off all of their lip products on, was it next Thursday? But yeah, so they're going to be having 40% off all their lip products. I'm going to let y'all know by posting it in my community tab and on Instagram. So yeah, so if you're looking to buy any lip liners, lip gloss, lip glass, lipsticks, lip whatever, this is your time to get it. All right, so yeah, that is my JT lip kit lip that I have on right now. So let's get into the next topic. We're going to talk about right now being the best time to shop. If you are cleaning out your closet, you're trying to, get better pieces, streamline your wardrobe, whatever you're trying to do, now is the best time to do it because every retailer is having a sale right now. whether it's high-end at Saks and Neiman's or any higher-end store, down to Revolve, down to Zara, down to H&M, down to Old Navy, honey, down even to Walmart. Everybody is having a sale right now. They are trying to get all of this summer stuff going. And a lot of people really aren't buying much right now, so the prices are like just slashing down, and they're just trying to get a lot of this stuff out of here. So this is the best time. Express, I went into Express the other day, and honey, Express have some really nice pieces. I actually got to go and pick up my order that I placed the order. I got to pick it up in the store. But anyway, Express, they have a lot of nice things on sale. Y'all know Express, they have nice clothes anyway, and they're clean cut. So if you are a straight size woman, I mean, I, as a plus size woman, can get in some of the things. But if you're a straight size woman, honey, that, and if that's your style, if you're kind of like a clean dresser, if you kind of have like a clean aesthetic, and not necessarily as far as the colors, but as far as clean lines, honey, you'll rack up, because they have like $18, $15 tops. One of the tops I bought was $11. It's a tube top. They have $25 dresses, and you know their stuff, their dresses are normally like $100. So yeah, they having a really good sale. Old Navy, they're having a really good sale. This, of course, you know it's from Old Navy, this vest and the shorts to go with it. Zara, they're having a really good sale. Everybody is having a really good sale. So like I said, even H&M. So if you got some items that you're trying to fill in holes in your wardrobe, or you just kind of want to do just an overhaul, I recommend you go to these stores, whether it's online or in store. I would try in store first, because they have more of an urgency to get that stuff, those clothing off their hands, versus online. Online, I think the only retailer that, and it's more, but I'm just thinking off the top of my head right now, that really matches the prices online and in store is Express. But like Zara, a lot of times it's cheaper in store than online. H&M for sure, because H&M, like the dress I purchased the other day, I'll show y'all a picture, but it was $14 in store. Online is still 80 something bucks. So so H&M, definitely go online. Old Navy, definitely go in store. And I meant to say H&M in store. So go in store first, but if you don't live close to a store or anything like that, or you don't feel like going in there, just go online and get your deals and call it a day. So I just wanted to cover that really quickly. Moving on to Essence Festival. So it has been a lot of talk about the Essence Festival. I was actually supposed to go to the Essence Fest, and I was actually supposed to go to New York this past week because I was invited to Nordstrom. They had an event for content creators at Nordstrom to shop the sale early. But anyway, I wasn't able to make it though because I had travel plans and I wasn't in town. So I wasn't able to make it, unfortunately. But hopefully they invite me to something else, Nordstrom. But let's go back. But yeah, Essence, a lot of people have been talking about Essence. It's just been a lot of buzz going on around Essence. Like I mentioned in the video before, I was supposed to go to Essence in my Essence video that I did about 2 weeks ago when I was saying what you could wear or whatever. And I was supposed to go even when I was at the YouTube event in New York in May. I was asking the girls they were going to go because I was kind of excited about going because I wanted to go back even after that first time I went, like before COVID, because it was we had a good time. So I wanted to go back, and I said I was going to go. So I was asking some of the girls where they're going to go, and they were like, I don't know. Some of them were like, nah, like this year I'm going to pass. But I was still going to go because, get some of that good New Orleans food, if anything. And then I have a friend that lives there. She's from New Orleans, so Dominique. So anyway, I booked a room and all of that, and I was going to go. But again, it was in May, and I really didn't see any buzz. And I went on Essence page, didn't really see anything. I didn't see a lineup or anything like that. Then June came around, really didn't see much chatter, because typically, you know, that 60 days leading up, they should be inundating, you know, like the Essence page should be jumping, but it just wasn't. So I was like, okay. I ended up canceling my room reservation, and you know, I had a lot of trips coming up anyway, so I was like, you know what, I'll just focus my energy on the trips I have coming up and just calling it a day. And the reason why I canceled is because I figured that it was going to not be quote unquote good. And what I mean by that, if you have a background in planning events or helping plan events, or just been around people planning events and being in the thick of it like I have, if people ain't chattering, or if the marketing ain't extremely heavy leading up to it, 9 times out of 10 it's not going to be good. Because when you have events like this, especially, you know, because it's one thing if it's like a couple $100 concert, but I think Essence Fest is like, you know, I can't remember how much they cost. I think there was $700-800, or $500 or $400-300. I don't know. But when back in May, when I seen that it wasn't any buzz, I kind of knew it then that it probably was not going to be lit, quote unquote, as it used to be. And I'm talking about the Essence pre-COVID, because anybody who know about Essence pre-COVID, even though I only been to one, but I have family, friends of the family, all of them, honey, they used to talk about Essence, honey, around Christmas. Like, Christmas, everybody was getting hyped up. Like, Essence was like a really big deal, and a lot of people really were serious about Essence. So we're in May and ain't nobody talking about it. I'm, you know, putting in keywords on TikTok and all of that, even on Threads, and ain't nobody bringing it up. And people on the little things that people were talking about, they were asking, is Essence happening this year? Because ain't nobody saying anything. And when I saw that, I'm like, oh yeah, this ain't gonna be this ain't gonna be good. Because again, this should have been a time where there were where there was major buzz, and Essence should have been leading the buzz train, because it's only their event. So yeah, I knew then, so that's why I really backed out of going to Essence. And a lot of the diehard Essence people who have been going for years, even back when I was in high school 20 years ago, people who have like real diehard Essence fans, a lot of people say that Essence really changed after Susan Taylor left. Shout out to Susan Taylor, Miss Taylor. Honey, I had to write my first paper on you in 5th grade. I had to do a biography on you, and I got an A. But yeah, so anyway, and that was in what, 1998 or something like that. But anyway, everybody said when Susan Taylor left, like the diehard Essence people, they said that that's when Essence kind of went downhill. And then a lot of people say that, you know, COVID, it definitely, you know, went downhill after that. So, that's, you know, I'm not, and the thing about it, because people got to understand, there's a difference between down talking something and just being honest. Essence, I think where they messed, because a lot of people was blaming on a lot of people were blaming things on the economy and saying that people didn't have money. I don't buy that. I mean, I buy that for being, I would say I would contribute maybe 15% of the pie to that excuse. But what was the excuse in 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12 when people were getting put out their houses? Yet they found a way to New Orleans. Because Essence was thumping back then. I know a lot of people who went, and honey, they had a time, and a time was had. Foreclosures going on all around, all over the place. You got people who had doctor degrees working at Starbucks, and people who couldn't find jobs because they were overqualified and all that. If you lived during that time, you know how bad it was during that economic decline. I think it technically was a recession, but it was horrible. It was a horrible economy. People who graduated in 2009, which would have been my college graduating class, if you graduated high school and came out on a regular four-year plan, you would have graduated in 2009. My class, if I would have did that, my class, all of my friends who graduated in 2009 graduated in the worst economy in life, they said. There's still YouTube videos of news channels talking about the graduating class of 2009. Type it in. But anyway, that was a terrible economy, and people still found a way to go down to New Orleans and do their thing and have a good time. So, okay. And right now, living through 2008 and living right now, it kind of reminds me of 2008, but it's not that bad just yet. Yeah, a lot of people have lost their jobs and stuff like that, but it still haven't marinated just yet. Hopefully it never gets that bad again, and I hope everybody finds them a new job or a new hustle or something like that. But yeah, it wasn't that bad. So people are still spending money on what they want to spend their money on. So I'm really not going to say that. That's the easy cop out. I think it was because, based off the statuses and conversations I've seen, people didn't even know Essence was still a thing. Because they weren't even talking about it even 60 days out. And a lot of people were complaining that there was no lineup. That was in June when I saw something about the lineup, complaining about that. And yeah, so a lot of people were in my position where we kind of wanted to go, but it was no buzz. So it's kind of like, okay, what's happening? What's not going to happen? Am I going down here to dust? Or, you know what I mean? So I think that's another reason. And I think people are just going elsewhere. You know, a lot of people are going to, different places because a lot of die-hard Essence people have kind of fell out of love, and they found greener pastures. They're going elsewhere. So, this is what I will say. I would say Essence, number one. Well, before I give that, the reason why I say, they didn't have everything out in time, because, again, I have a background with working with major events and stuff like that, and watching people put stuff on, helping them, or sometimes, sometimes watching them put these events on, sometimes helping put events on of different magnitudes. And I'm thinking of events like Mega Fest or Woman Thou Art Loose. They used to have that here in Atlanta every year. Honey, Woman Thou Art Loose will close out on Sunday. On Monday, they're releasing the new dates for the following year. Then, give them about a month, they're posting where you can start paying for your packages. They had the name of the hotels that are sponsoring and all of that. They had that, and you were able to go on there $2.99, $3.99, $4.99, however much $100, and pay for your package and get that on out the way. So, in essence, was kind of like they were dragging their feet. And I've seen, again, I only went to one, which was, I think it was in 18 or 19. But I've seen that, even though I haven't been to other essences, I've always seen the marketing around Essence. And I would see them talking about packages way in advance. They would talk about it in like December, January. So to see that in May, I really didn't see anything. And to see in June, I really didn't see much. That was an indicator that it was going to give essentially last minute. And some of the true Essence fans that have went and who have been vocal about it, they said that's kind of what it gave. You know, some people say they still, you know, they had a good time for what it was worth, but it just kind of seemed thrown together, and they were basing that off of their history with going to Essence. So they had a more educated critique because they were in the thick of it for years, versus someone who's sitting at home, never been to Essence, and they are just kind of giving their critique based off what the people are saying. A lot of people who actually have history were talking, and that's the people who I kind of listen to. And, you know, I kind of figured that, because again, there's some that when you throw in an event, there's certain indicators, and those indicators were not indicating. So I was like, okay, yeah. And some people said they had a good time. Some people said that it wasn't the same. I don't think too many people were dogging it. It was just mainly, you know, if you've been to Essence plenty of years and you know what to expect and you have a certain expectation, you know, you're not wrong. And online I saw a lot of discourse, you know, kind of making people feel like they were wrong to have certain critiques that they were having, and I didn't like that. Because it's like, okay, they would know. They've been there. So you can't say, well, I had a good time, so with it, you know what I'm saying? No. They've been going. They've noticed that there's a shift, and it's okay. Just like if you've been going to your favorite restaurant and you feel like there's been a shift in the quality of the food, who am I to say, well, honey, I went and the food was good, so... No, you know, you've been there before. So I don't know. I think on the internet, people have the attitude of children, where children don't understand that you have to respect other people's differences. But I think that adults nowadays, they don't get it either. So people have difference of opinions, and these days, instead of seeing it as a difference of opinion, a lot of people see that as ready to go put Vaseline on their face and fight. Like, a lot of people get defensive over other people's differences, and it kind of make me feel like a lot of people are just mentally 6 years old. So, I don't know. I'm not trying to... I don't know, but... yeah, so that's the thing with Essence. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one. I had to put you on.